Get ready for this 21-day gut challenge.
First, cut on sugars.
So sugars, they feed the bad bacteria in your gut. And as a process of that, you get gas.
Would you say that everybody has access to this?
Everybody has access to this.
So you don't have to have $10,000 of reserves to begin healing your body.
Well, I think a big part of the population is going to enjoy losing at least 5 pounds.
And that comes along. It's not even
you're not even trying to, are you?
But you're not even trying to lose weight, and you will lose weight
Side
just
benefit.
because of eating well. That's it.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to podcast number 141 of the Gordon and Charisse Show. And we are so happy to be back with you, bringing you a little bit of sunshine from Costa Rica. Yes, our wonderful, beautiful Costa Rican doctors are back with a very special message for each one of you. We are back, and they have come back to challenge you. Are you ready? Because we are about to do something we've never done on this show before. We're taking a departure from the talk about cancer and all of these other things to challenge you. And this challenge is the 21-day gut challenge. That's the topic today. I'm here with Silver Fox. There would be no Silver Fox without Dr. Eduardo and Dr. Marcia being in the house to encourage him to grow this gorgeous beard. So welcome to our show.
Thank you. We're happy to be back.
Is it fun to be back in Colorado?
Oh, it's a lot of fun. I love the crispy weather. I love the snow.
And you've made the most. You've made the most out of this time on your visit, haven't you?
Yes, we're getting ready for our second season, and the new batch is coming as fresh as possible.
Okay, wait. So for the listener who has no clue what that means, because that could mean anything.
That's true.
What new batch?
The new batch of turmeric.
Turmeric.
The turmeric gut. Yeah, the supplement to keep your gut healthy.
Okay. You are wearing this batch all over your arms,
everywhere.
in your hands today. So we're going to call you Dr. El Dorado today. He's a golden doctor.
Exactly.
And it's so neat that this product, I mean, we literally have footage of how you rolled this product into our actual driveway area at our house, right?
That was fun.
Oh my gosh. I mean, our neighbors, I think that their minds are blown. They have no clue what's happening around here. A school bus comes around the corner, and it's like completely beautiful and artfully redone with a turmeric pressing station inside of a school bus.
Exactly. That's our kitchen.
That's your kitchen. How pure is this turmeric for it to be pressed right there?
So we take the roots of turmeric, then she's the expert on the process.
It's barely taking the pure roots and press it on the machine. Grind there and then press it, and you will have this beautiful golden turmeric juice coming out of the machine.
It's liquid gold.
Yes, liquid gold.
So I have a question. What's the difference between a lot of tablets that we see, the turmeric tablets that are sold in the United States, versus having this cold pressed liquid turmeric? What are the advantages of the cold pressed turmeric?
So the advantage is that you have a raw juice. It has absolutely all the nutrients and inactive compounds. So when you get a capsule or a pill, it has been going through process, normally temperature, dehydration, and you lost many of the nutrients and properties.
So this is the authentic raw turmeric.
Exactly.
In its complete form without any alteration.
Any alteration, any preservatives, any chemicals, it's organic, it's pure concentrated cold juice.
And we've talked about this in our previous podcast. So for the listener who is already subscribed to the turmeric, for you who have already listened, there's just still so much to learn about this whole process. And I think one thing that's kind of neat to think about is, why was it so important for you to bring it all the way to America?
So when we started this, she always had a dream of helping people through natural medicine, right? She always believed in the properties of ancient millenary roots. Turmeric is one of them. And it's been proved for hundreds of studies from, like good universities, of its properties and how good it is for inflammation, between other things like it's probably the best natural cure for constipation. It's a highly anti-carcinogenic root. Also inflammation, which is the base of all disease. That's what all disease have in common, is one thing: inflammation.
Wow.
And it begins with the gut. So as other doctors say, if your gut is not healthy, neither are you. So we have to begin from the very root of the problem.
Yes.
And this product has specific active compounds that acts in your gut. Most of the capsules, they can fight joint pain and some kind of inflammation, but this product has some active compounds that is actually going to work on the inflammation in your gut.
And that's because it's raw.
Got it.
That's because it's raw.
Well, let's stay on that subject, because I know that you and I have enjoyed watching The Blue Zone
Oh, yes.
on Netflix.
It's a great series.
And part of that word would be raw, because the way the people that live to 100 years old, and one of the blue zones is in Costa Rica.
It's right where we live. It's right where this was created.
Exactly. Roots, things that are in the ground, are extremely important for longevity for a lot of people, and having reduced disease processes and illnesses. So where does this turmeric root exactly come from in Costa Rica?
So we use the turmeric coming from volcanic lands. Volcanic lands have high levels on minerals and also a lot of nutrients that you cannot find in other kind of lands. Also, when you eat the turmeric grows under dirt. So when you eat it, you're also eating all the microorganisms that are in the root. All the dirt brings the properties. If you cook it, you lose it. When you have the raw turmeric, when we do the process and we grind it, it becomes with the skin and everything. So we get everything from it. And we add no chemicals, no preservatives, nothing, just pure raw turmeric juice.
I love that. And your turmeric from Costa Rica doesn't come here to the United States, but you found an alternate source that is equally powerful. Is that right? Can you share again about that?
That's in the lands of Hawaii.
In Hawaii. Okay. Volcanic source?
Exactly. They share the same soil and same altitude because they're near the ocean.
Yes.
And they have plenty of volcanoes around. So it's
volcanic
probably the same volcanic lands.
Okay, so let's start tying this topic in, because many of our listeners have already understood the turmeric. I just want to thank our listeners who have actually called me or texted, or they've reached out to us because they have been taking this product. And I am grateful to know that people are taking it seriously, and that because we're not doing this show for us, we're doing it for each person that's listening, that is looking for optimizing their health in a society where everything is dead. The food is dead that we eat.
That's
The
actually
food
a
is
good
processed.
point. Our beverage is a live beverage. That's the difference between the capsules, pills, powders, is because our turmeric is alive.
I love that. So let's talk about how this relates to a 21-day gut challenge.
Okay.
And because you didn't come here just to make turmeric, although that's a big reason why you're here, but it's to also challenge people
Yes.
to get healthy, right?
That's true.
What do you see this challenge looking like?
So our idea is try to make it easy for the people who are seeing the show. It's to give you a step-by-step guide of how to cleanse your gut without spending a lot of money or a lot of effort. So we're trying to give you an easy way to start your healthy process, you know, to start
Yes.
your journey to a better lifestyle.
Would you say that everybody has access to this?
Everybody has access to this.
So you don't have to have $10,000 of reserves
You need
to begin healing your body.
$0.
Just need the will to do the challenge and join us.
The wheel. That's a hard one for some people.
Well, how many people do you think have gut issues?
In percentage, I will say 90%.
I would
maybe.
agree with that.
It is a high percentage because we also see the correlation in the United States. 110 million people per year suffer from some form of chronic pain, whether it's mental, emotional, or physical.
And there's something important that many people think or wait to have any symptoms to say, okay, I don't have a healthy gut. But many times you don't have any symptoms, but you have inflammation, the inflammation inside your body that you don't see, but we are inflamed. Our gut is inflamed. And you can have disease somehow in your body, like mental disease or any kind of autoimmune disease. Those are signs that your gut is unhealthy.
And you mentioned something on this trip as well about Alzheimer's.
There is a lot of studies going on right now to try to create a link between bacteria in your gut and disease. And they found now a new bacteria linked to Alzheimer's. And also they found that most of autoimmune diseases, they are linked to a specific bacteria in your gut. So the whole challenge is meant to get your gut to reproduce the good bacteria.
Okay.
And to get the bad bacteria out of your system. And how do you do that? Starve the bad bacteria.
I see. So 21 days, can you really reset your gut in that time frame?
Yeah.
You've done it, haven't you?
We've done it. Yeah.
Both of you.
It's a beginning. Of course, you can go and do a deeper cleanse. Of course, you know, but at least this one will make you feel a lot better. Like, even if you have no symptoms, people will say, but I'm okay. And then after 21 days, they will be like, oh, okay, I hear you.
Wow.
I feel so much better.
And I think the cell needs 21 days to go back to normal. When it's inflamed, it needs 21 days to go back to normal.
See, I know I'm going to be part of this challenge.
Yes.
So I want Charisse to hear this. 21 days during the challenge, because I know what she's going to do to me. She's going to triple that amount. Okay. It'll be my 63-day challenge.
Only because I want you around for a long time and I want you optimized.
I have tried everything that you've given me, Charisse. Every approach that's possible.
You know, you have it rough, don't you?
Oh, no, I don't. Well, what's involved? I mean, how does someone know? You mentioned that someone can be asymptomatic with gut issues, okay? And then other people can experience inflammatory responses. I experience that. I have chronic pain. I know that probably I'm dealing with some gut things, eating sugars or different things like that with the carbohydrates here. How do we get started? What do we do?
Okay.
Action step 1.
Action step 1.
Okay, there's simple things that we can do every day, starting with eating habits. First, cut on sugars. I think everybody knows that sugars are the venom.
So sugars, they feed the bad bacteria in your gut.
Yes.
And as a process of that, you get gas. So when you get gas, your whole abdomen gets bloated, and then you get all the symptoms with the bloated gut, right? So sugar is number 1 for sure. Also, cancer feeds from sugar. If you have no sugar, cancer cells cannot be fed and they die.
Wow. So that's step 1.
Step 1.
Does that include, let's get down to the nitty gritty for the audience member.
Let's do that.
Okay. Does that include fructose that comes from fruits that we eat? Or is that just simple sugars? And what about complex starches? How does that all relate?
Okay, complex starches, we will talk later about it.
Yes, doctor.
But yes, it includes all kind of processed sugar, honey, mermeladas.
Like jellies.
Jellies.
Yes,
Okay.
and of kind of pastries or anything that has sugar inside, beverage, sodas.
Like if you go to the supermarket, you see the label, added sugar. That's the sugar you don't want. So you gotta make sure whatever you're having has no sugar. It's only 3 weeks. Come on, guys, you can do it. It's only 3 weeks.
Yeah. But you know, it's really funny. In the United States, there's sugar added to almost everything because
Yes.
I know Sharice and I have visited Costa Rica, Australia. For instance, in Australia, as an example, they don't add sugars to their breads and all their different products when you're eating things.
Well, sugar creates addiction, Gordon.
Yes.
So if you add sugar to food, you
will
want to
get
want more.
addicted.
So at the end, it's all business.
That's so true, isn't it?
Yeah, I
And
agree
we
with
become
you.
in the business of being the victim and getting sick out of the addiction.
Okay, breakfast has to change for me a little bit, but no more jelly on the toast.
You're cut.
Yes.
It's only 3
tomorrow.
weeks.
I can do
Because
it.
after that,
I can do it.
You know, you can have a little sugar, but it's about balance again. It's not cutting everything off from life. It's just being able to control and to have a little jelly, but not until the next week. You know, it's about balance.
Here's what I appreciate about your approach is that on the last podcast, you had the 80-20 rule. Okay. And go ahead and explain that for people so they can start thinking about a diet.
Okay. So that's basically her diet that she did to me, right? But it can be applied to anyone,
Right.
Because it's actually the best diet you can have. So 80% has to be plant-based, 80% animals, and that
20%
includes
20% animals.
20%. I'm sorry, and that 20% includes eggs, includes dairy, includes cheese, includes meat. So it doesn't mean that on every meal you're gonna have to eat meat. No. It means that on your whole day, if you had eggs, that's your 20.
Good.
So you can eat meat like once a week, once every 2 weeks. It's about balance.
Dr.
and-
Marcia.
It can be 80-20. It's the ideal. You can go down to 70-30 or even 60-40. So for example, 80% plant-based, you can eat all kind of grains, fruits, all kind of vegetables, nuts, seeds. Yeah, and the 20% animal
Derivatives.
So,
Okay. And so we've removed sugar.
That's step number
Okay.
one.
Step one. Can we go to step two?
Step two.
Step 2 will be we are gonna cut on dairies, all kind of dairies, milk, yogurt, and cheese.
Okay.
That's a tough one for a lot of people.
And I'm talking about this. I know that I adhere to a good diet. Probably sugar is my weakness, but on the dairy portion, a lot of people think they have to drink milk in order to get calcium for their bones.
Yeah, I think that's a lie. It's totally a lie made by industry for us to consume milk. We can get a natural source of calcium on seeds, nuts, even green leaves, spinach, for
What
example.
nuts do you recommend?
Almonds, even peanuts or cashew. Esther, the Brazilian you gave me the other day.
The Brazilian nuts.
Brazilian nuts.
They're
Brazilian
amazing.
nuts.
Now, I found out something in my own, all the studies that I did for my gut, that peanuts were a big source of mold for me. So some of this I've heard, and I don't know if you've heard this, but that sometimes peanuts can be a big mold source depending on where they come from out of any other nut. So
See, and not the peanuts. Some people have to be careful with the allergies,
okay.
and especially the source where you're getting your nuts.
I want to say this to the audience member right now. If you're married or have a significant partner or you're in a group or a community, it's best to do it with a bunch of people, not by yourself. So when Sharice mentioned no peanuts for her because of mold allergies, Folks, that meant no peanuts for me as well.
Poor guy.
Okay, I just want you
so
to know
sorry.
this, okay?
But we both were pretty addicted to those peanut butter cups.
Yes,
Those
we were.
dark chocolate peanut butter cups. Oh, that's out. Okay.
For 21 days.
So step 3.
Hold on.
Oh.
Step number 2,
Okay.
with the dairy,
Yes.
we have a certain amount of lactose enzymes, and these enzymes are the one in charge to digest lactose.
Okay.
When you eat every day dairies, it's insufficient, and the excess is going to create inflammation. It's going to create gas, and it's going to start the process of getting your gut unhealthy. So it's not you're going to cut off cheese forever. That's not the idea. The idea is get your gut in balance, and then you can eat everything with proportion.
Next step.
Number 3, we're gonna cut on gluten. Okay, most of the food that contains gluten, it's processed food, and it has a lot of simple starches or simple carbs that converts into sugar pretty fast. And gluten, it's a protein really difficult to digest, and that it's a pro-inflammatory food.
And so many people ask me, I've been gluten-free since 2014. But so many people...
Longer than that.
You think so?
About 20 years.
Wow. Well, time's ticking. But so many people still ask me, what does that mean?
So some people can digest gluten better than others. So the ones that have a hard time with gluten, they really feel bad. The symptoms are clear. Some other people can tolerate better, but still doesn't mean that you can have all the gluten you have. Again, it's about balance.
And where does gluten come from? Just so that the person that doesn't understand where it originates from, is it a natural thing?
See, it's a natural thing. It's a protein that contains in the food. Some kind of food, for example, the main is wheat.
Yes.
And if you can see, there's a lot of products with wheat, bread, pasta, cookies,
All the good
pastries.
stuff.
All the good stuff.
Oh, you guys.
No, all the bad stuff.
I'm thinking there's going to be one piece of lettuce on this table by the time we're done today. We're going to share it, right?
No, I know most of the people, they get scared with the challenge because they think, what am I going to eat then? But there's a lot of choice. There's a lot of healthy options.
You're even going to save a lot of money just by eating this way, because most of the expenses goes into processed food, which is step number 4.
It's number 3 and number 4 are almost related. It's processed food.
Okay.
We go to the supermarket, like Gordon said, everything is processed. We have chips, we have cookies, we have juices, beverage, everything.
The easiest way to see this is if it's in a pack, it's processed.
If it's in a package.
In a package, correct.
Okay.
If it's in a package, it's processed.
So we're looking at sulfites, nutrites. We're looking
And
at,
also the preservatives.
yes.
Even palm oil, for example.
Okay. That's good to know.
That's something you gotta avoid by all means. If turn around, read the label, palm oil, don't take it. It's highly inflammatory.
Remember that all the ingredients are set in order from the main, in quantity, the main to the
list.
to the list.
So
Okay. The greatest to the least.
The greatest to the list. So, for example, if palm oil is in the first 3 ingredients,
Okay.
it means that you're drinking oil, basically.
Or for example, sugar. Sugar, it's really common to find on first or second, which is a highly,
addictive.
it contains a lot of sugar.
So is there any more steps?
And then
Yes.
the last one, alcohol.
And it all goes to the same. Processed food, besides the preservatives that they create unbalance in your gut, because of it's meant to not like to prevent bacteria from growing, right? That's what a preservative does. So your food doesn't go rotten. When you go and you eat that, you're eating that. So it's going to mess up with your intestine and the microbiome. Also, they have high quantities of sugar. So most of processed food has high quantities of sugar, and it's the same. It's going to feed the bad bacteria. So it's a cycle.
Right. Well,
And alcohol too. Alcohol turns into sugar.
And does it destroy the digestion? Like it destroys
For some people, yes.
Yeah.
But mostly sugar.
Okay.
Again.
We just can't get rid of the sugar.
You can get rid of the sugar.
until you stop eating it, until you're intentional about it.
Exactly. Conscious.
So you mentioned a word, if you have the will to make the changes. And that starts with making choices with your mind and having these addictive appetites and these hungers and these desires to grab something and eat it because it has sugar. Are people going to experience withdrawal when they go on this 21-day challenge?
Probably.
First week.
I think so. And it's normal. Don't feel disappointed or bad with yourself or I cannot do it. You know, I think you have to have the will every day and make the effort every day. And we're going to be there. I mean, the purpose of the challenge for us is to support everyone.
To support everyone. So we're going to give you guys a step-by-step guide of how to follow the rules and also how to do the challenge without feeling that you're going to die.
Right.
Well, that's so nice of you.
And folks, this challenge is going to be on our website, GordonandCherisse.com. We'll have pop-ups. You can start inquiring on November 15th. And then when does the challenge start itself?
So one more thing before before that, you want to do the challenge and also you want to have a couple of supplements for your diet because you're going to have some cravings, right? So for that you can have a multivitamins for the cravings and also turmeric because as you are getting your gut clean also you're getting the inflammation down and the turmeric is the first probably the most important supplement for gut inflammation.
Also some ginger, there's some herbs. Everything is going to be on the write it down on the challenge. I think it's really important not only to avoid, but to incorporate many foods that are important too for the good bacteria. Like Gordon talked a little earlier about, that's the complex starches. That's really, really good to feed your good bacteria. Same as fiber, all kind of fruits, vegetables, and herbs. Like turmeric and
Here's what I like. When someone has a poor diet and they're dealing with chronic pain, they just want to feel better. So they grab something that's soothing and massages their pain. I have found you can't break an old habit, but you can create
a new one.
New ones.
That's so good.
And that's what you guys are about. Is having the step-by-step guide to show people what to do. Here are the new things that do this. You're adapting to your environment and you're optimizing your health. And that's what's so beautiful. That's health.
When you go to the supermarket, because a lot of people might be asking them, what am I going to eat then? Right? So just go where there is no packages. You can eat all of that. You know, you got all the vegetable,
the
fruits.
outside aisle, the produce.
Yes, and then stay away where all the boxes, all the whatever is on the fridge frozen. Stay away from everything but the ones that have no package. You can eat them all. You can have eggs. You can have for protein grains.
See, you can even have fish, some chicken. Yes, eggs.
So there's plenty to eat. It's just a matter of looking differently at where the food source comes from and allowing the body to heal for 21 days to see how you test yourself when you're doing this, to see how remarkable you can really feel After you go through the initial stages, we all are going to go through the doldrums for a while. And even more so because this is going to be done right after the holidays. So enjoy your holidays, guys, but be ready. Be ready because it's coming. This is coming. And I would just encourage each person that's listening to accept the challenge, not for us, but for you. For you, because we, at this table, we all have our stories about overcoming. We all have our stories about walking through hard things. We all have our stories about wanting to be healed so we can help others heal. And I personally have a current story about not feeling any pain, but having a cancer diagnosis. And I do know about my gut because of all the research and because of the help with you guys. I know how important it is firsthand to catch it early. Catch it before it gets out of control. It's worth changing the diet a little bit for 21 days.
It's only 3 weeks. And then the benefits, they're palpable. Like after 3 weeks, I promise you, you'll feel different. And then when you go and you get that one food that you shouldn't get, your body is going to be like, I don't like it anymore.
That's
like
right.
you don't even have to make an effort not to eat it anymore because your body will reject it.
Well, I think a big part of the population is going to enjoy losing at least 5 pounds.
And that comes along. It's not even
You're
the
not even
purpose of
trying
this,
to, are you?
But you're not even trying to lose weight, and you will lose weight
Side
just
benefits.
because of eating well. That's it.
Side benefits, even your skin will get
Your hair, nails.
So everybody get ready for this 21-day gut challenge. It begins on January 10th. And we're going to have the registration on the Gordon and Charisse website. There will be a pop-up by November 15th. You should be able to sign up and subscribe to this challenge. So January 10th, the challenge starts. It goes until the very end of January. And then here's the exciting part, everybody. Drum roll. Okay, are you ready? We are going to have the announcement of the winner on Valentine's Day of 2024. What a great time to announce the winner.
Right? Yes. And then you can enjoy the stay.
Okay.
So what does the winner get?
Okay, this is a big thing. All right. So the winner, we will have a drawing, all right, for the winner. So everybody's name, whoever has done the challenge, and by the way, says that they have completed the challenge. We have to know that you're not just putting your information in, but you've actually done the 21-day challenge, and that you will attest to that. Your name will go in, we will have a drawing, there will be a winner, and you get to have a Costa Rica experience of your lifetime. So this is the exciting thing about the challenge. Would you guys like to share just a moment about what that means?
It's going to be in Playa Grande, which is a national park with a lot of wildlife. You're going to be 5 minutes from the ocean, and you're going to be sleeping with a killing view of Playa Grande, Tamarindo, and all the Golden Coast.
Wow. In the jungle.
In the jungle.
On a mountain?
Oh,
On
yes.
a mountain.
It's a very special place.
Oh, come on.
So I don't want to scare people with all the rules of the challenge without giving a break. Right?
Yes.
Giving them a break. So don't worry about all the things you're not going to eat. Be happy for the things you're going to eat. And everything is going to be on their website or in your emails once you get subscribing to this.
That's
We're
right.
going to give you a step-by-step guide. So don't worry. Don't panic.
Yes, that's right. Don't panic.
Uh-huh.
But the reward is going to be awesome. The reward is your
worth it.
gut.
Exactly.
And then the reward could also be Costa Rica.
For sure.
And in Costa Rica, the other part that I think is just as exceptional as you've offered this, Dr. Marcia, what do they get from you?
With for the winners, they will have 2 hours consultation with me, and to even go deeper into your eating habits and help you to get this experience for the best.
Well, again, thank you for being here. And that's the end of the show. Again, GordonandCharisse.com. Thank you, everyone.
We are so excited. Thank you so much for listening.